Hi, good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, just want to say thank you for all of you that's spending your time, especially after work, spending your time and then to join for this webinar, especially to learn about what is the um, how do you can trade really efficiently with your existing capital while trading in stock markets. So before I start, uh, wait, let me share my screen. And then if let's say if you can really see my screen and also can hear my voice clearly, please type one in the chat box. At least I can know that you all are really aware that you can really see my slides, everything clearly. Okay, so if there's no other issues, then I will just start my presentation today. So first of all, my name is Darren. So I'm the dealer and marketing executive from Philip Capital, which is having dual license dealer, which is we are handling for both markets in futures, stocks, and also CFD markets. So in which that what we are going to share inside this webinar actually is under legal and also authorized by SC Security Commissions. So today our topic will be the capital efficiency in equity markets and how to learn about trading and leveraging and also with risk control. Okay, so before I start with the sharing, I just wanted to make a disclaimer that for the whole sharing for these sessions, it will be just purely for educational purpose, in which that I'm not going to convince you to buy or sell any of the products or instruments. So if let's say if you really need to think of like you want to get some ideas from the investments regarding the investments ideas, please find the respective dealers from Philly Capitals or find the licensed dealer. Especially you can call into our HQ or other branches in order to get some more further informations. So our Philip Capital, we actually incorporated on 7 October 1995, in which that we have around 30 years in this industry in Malaysia. But for your additional information, we actually incorporated in our mother company is from Singapore, which is from 1975. So that's why you can see our banner, our logo in our right corner is showing that we have 50 years in this industry. And our Philip Capital, we are the wholly owned subsidiary of Philip Capital Holdings Solution Berhad. And also some of you might know that we formerly known as Philip Futures because previously in Malaysia, we were just only offering for futures products, but nowadays we're also offering in securities business. So that's why now we rebrand our name from Philip Futures to Philip Capital. So our affiliate capital, we also are trading participants of Bursa Malaysia Derivatives Berhad, participating organizations of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, and also the holder of Capital Market Service License. So what it means that is the way that we are offering this kind of products for you to trade is actually authorized by security commissions, which is in a very legal way to offer you for all this kind of instrument to trade. So let me show you for our Philip office nationwide, in which that this is all the branches that across in Malaysia. So our headquarters will be located in Kuala Lumpur, which is at Jalan Yakuan Sing. And also we have totally around 11 Philip Investor Centers, we so-called the branches across Malaysia, including West and East Malaysia. So you can see that, let's say if you are really located in some other state, like for example, Penang, like Kota Damansara, Malacca, JB, Kelang, Kuantan, or even in East Malaysia, like Kuching, Sibu, or KK, we are always welcome for you to join to walk into our branches or call into our branch to seek for more information. Across the uh, all the world, right? For example, just want to let you know that our Philip Capital actually not just a local company. As mentioned earlier, our mother company from Singapore, and we actually is one of the global company across the world. We actually cover 15 countries, like including um, in, for example, China's, Cambodia, Vietnam, or even in some others West countries, for example, Dubai, India, and also in UK or so this is the countries that we are covering for all the world. So just for your information, this actually is also showing that if we have some other global coverage, that because we're not only offering in Malaysian market or Singapore markets, we're also offering some other products from the global, for example, the CME products, which is the US products, that we one of the very famous products in the world. And so we offer ICE product, which is from London, and so we offer EREX products, Hong Kong products, and also Japan products, and so much more. These kind of products that we can essentially let you to trade in multiple products in one platform. So maybe you have a question that why to choose Phillip Capital as for our as for your broker to trade with us, because just want to be proud to mention that we actually won the #1 of top choice broker, which is we won the champions from best retail derivative trading participant, and also the second runner up of best overall derivative trading participant for last year. So sorry, not last year, it's from 2024. And yep, this is the one of the reasons that why I suggested you to use our platform. And then later, I will also mention what kind of platform that we are using to trade. So there's one-stop solution here. Before that, maybe you want to you have interested what kind of products that we are offering. So we actually offer in 3 products. So one is futures, another is stocks, or so-called equities, and another one is contract for different so-called CFD. So for futures product, we actually have index futures, agricultural futures, for example, the SCPO, one of the famous products in Malaysia. And also we have metal futures, one of the products everyone know that is gold or silver or copper. And also we have energy futures and cryptocurrency futures. Well, for stocks, we're covering in 5 countries. Totally is from Malaysia, US, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Australia shares that you can trade with us. Well, for CFD, it will be covering in 2 countries only, which is Malaysia and US, and then including Bursa Share CFD, NYSE, Nasdaq, and also the US Index CFD. So just want to mention that what kind of services that we are actually offering to you, because not only just we are the award winner and from the awards winnings from all the brokers here, we also providing the 24 hours execution support, in which that, let's say if you trade US market, for example, at midnight, right? Because the market is opening at midnight in Malaysia time. But if you face any problem, sometimes you cannot seek for help for other brokers, right? But if with your opening account with us, if you face some problems or face some issues, you can always call into our HQ dealing desk. We will always have someone to be standby and to support you on the line. So don't worry, in the Tradeverse, at least you can still get some response from us, especially even though it's at midnight. And also we're providing some advisory services. So let's say if you really want to get some information or investment ideas, you can always ask your questions to your respective dealers. Then we are all happily to help you. And also we will send out all the latest market news to you in order to make some references for you to make better decisions in trading. And also, as mentioned earlier, the global coverage, right? We actually have a wide array of products for you to trade with us. And also last but not least, we have no platform fees at all to trade with us. And one of the, I would say, the good services that we are offering is we are providing free one-to-one coachings. So let's say if you really don't know anything regarding in trading, maybe you want to ask for introductions on what is futures, what is stocks, or what is CFDs, or maybe you want to ask for specific product knowledge, or you want to know about how to use our platform, and you want to know about what kind of indicators that we are using to trade with the products, what is the charting system, everything here regarding the questions. You may always prepare these kind of questions and ask your dealers, and then our dealers will be very happy to schedule a time with you that we can make maybe physical meetings or maybe online meetings for the coachings. And this is all free services that we are offering to all of you. So just read some of the questions if let's say if you really want to get something from us. And I also want to mention that we actually have weekly market calls for all the clients or all the prospects, because every Monday on 11 a.m. we actually have one Phillip Security Research, which is from Singapore. They will always present what is the weekly views and updates about the latest reports, which is the market views and updates. And also at the same day, every Monday at night, which is at 8 p.m., we will have one technical analyst also is from Mr. Zain. We will talk about the live counter technical analysis for some specific products, and then to let you know what is the trends and what is the potential entry and exit levels for the respective products by using the technical analysis. And also, just want to mention that because our affiliate capital, we are one of the company that's really focusing on educations. So we always schedule seminars and webinars across our many months. So let's say if you really want to um, always stand by like what kind of seminar or webinars that we are going to launch in the future. So you can please take a screenshot or scan for these QR codes. Then in the futures, let's say if you have some more events in the futures, you can just feel free to join with us. And mostly our events will be all free for you to join. So let's wait for another 3 seconds for you to take a screenshot. All right, so now moving on to the next page. So let's say if you're interested that you want to trade with us and you want to open an account and explore how to use our platform to trade, you can always you can just take another screenshot for this part because this is about the QR code to open an account with us. And then yeah, so let's say if you really want to open an account, we can do it online right now. Then we are not really needed to make some physical meeting to just for the physical forms. So it will be more convenient to you to open an account with us. All right. So moving on to the next part is about the trading platform that I mentioned earlier. I want to mention about. So for trading platforms that we are currently trading is called Nova. So Nova actually is one of the, I would say, is very powerful platform. Especially I want to mention is free platform for you to use. But inside the platforms, we are having over 90 technical indicator insights, and we are using TradingView chart for you to trade. And also we have, you can directly make any buy sell call inside the chart. And also we have the market depth trading pool, and you can trade both local and foreign products together in one platform. And also we give you the live market news. And also one of the important things is we have the Nova AI trading assistant inside. So let's say if you really want to get some information and you don't know who to find, you can also use our Nova and ask the financial questions in the Nova AI. Then they will really like answer you based on your own perspectives. So let's say if you're interested, you can scan for this demo account. This QR code, you can scan for free demo account for you to have a look and explore what is our platform look like. But just to let you know that for our demo account, it's just purely for all of you to familiarize like what is the platform that we are using, what is the interface look like. So it's not supported for paper trading. Okay, so we're moving on to the next page. So as mentioned earlier, we are using TradingView chart, and also one of the good thing is we are a partnership with TradingView. So let's say if you are already the existing TradingView user, you already pay for the subscriptions, then we can suggest you to link our Nova with TradingView. So when you link with TradingView, that meaning that in the futures you can use TradingView to place your order, and then it will be essentially linked to our Nova account. So this is one of the good things. But of course, let's say if you don't have any subscriptions with TradingView, I won't suggest to link because link with TradingView, you need to pay another market data fee to TradingView site because in Nova we give you free market data, but in TradingView you need to pay extra market data to TradingView because it is the third party. But that's why if you don't have any TradingView subscriptions, you can just stick with using our Nova account to trade because we also having TradingView chart for you to have a look. So one of the very I want to shout out is one of the interested promotions right now is yeah, it's called CFD promotion campaign. Because currently CFD we actually have this kind of promotion is for you to trade with the lower commissions, which is because our board rate actually before that is 0.5%. Now be lower down, and you can trade with 0.35% for the per share value. And also the interest, which is so-called the finance charges. The finance charges actually later I will also explain about this later because finance charges is only applied when you hold the products for overnight. So let's say if you trade within the same day, actually the finance charges won't be charges, will be charged from your side. So it's only when you charge for overnight, then we will starting charge from 5.5%. So it will be lower compared to the past because previously the lowest is from 7%. So now we are using 5.5%, which is the lower interest for per annum for you to trade with us with this CFD instrument. And also the good thing is, let's say if you don't have any CFD account, we will, and then you want to explore more in CFD instruments, I would suggest you to open an account with us because when you open an account with us, you can get the Touch and Go e-wallet of 100 ringgit cash with us. And there's one of the criteria is we will need you to make a minimum trade for 1 unit of US shares or 100 unit shares of the Pusa shares CFD. And you're only available for this kind of 100 touching over the pin. And also, based on your gross commission generated with us, you can get the cashback. You are potentially get the cashback rewards up to 1,500. So let's say if you're interested for this campaign, you can please feel free to screenshot and scan for this info, scan for this QR code. Then let's say if you are interested, just scan for this, and then you can get for more terms and conditions inside from the website here. And then this campaign only launched for 3 months, so we will say that don't waste the time. So let's say if you're really interested, please feel free to call in for our affiliate capital. Our dealer will explain for you in more details. Right, so now moving on to the main topic for today is about the capital efficiency in equity markets, and leveraging and risk control. So my name is Darren, as mentioned in the beginning. I'm the dual licensed dealer and marketing executive at Affiliate Capital. So actually, I graduated from the Bachelor Business Admin from KLUST University. So I'm really in passions in trading and market analysis. So I want to bring up to all of you like how am I going to learn about these markets, and also how I using this kind of tactics and what kind of news that we're really looking at. I think that can make your stock picks more firmer in the future. So about the content outline that we are sharing currently is about the current market structure in Malaysian markets, especially after US-Iran war, right? Because we know nowadays the market is really, we say so messy right now, right? And then all the candles, especially gold markets or some like crude oil markets, you can see some suddenly gap down or gap up. It is very messy in the markets. So now I want to let you know that I want to bring you back. What is the impact and what is the current market structure in Malaysia? Then what kind of products that you can really look at in Malaysian markets. And also, I will guide you in how to trade Malaysia stocks in capital efficiency way, like how to trade in CFD, because CFD is so-called the leverage products in and legalized by security commissions. Then you can use this as for an instrument to trade. And also, this kind of leverage, what is the strategies and how you can explore for this leverage, and what is the risk, and then and then how does it can hedge against for your portfolio here. And also, last but not least, is the stock picks for your heads up in the future. Okay, so first of all, I just want to share with you that because why I want to mention about the US and Iran war, because maybe you have questions like asking, hey, this US actually is from other countries, it's not in Malaysia market. Why US this kind of products? I mean, what kind of announcements the announcement they are announcing, why they will really affecting the Malaysian market? Because there is some relationship between the indexes. Because in the indexes, like for example, Dow Jones for those products in for those existing companies in the US markets, and also S&P 500. S&P 500 is the top 500 market capitalizations in US markets, and also the Nasdaq 100 is about the top 100 technology companies in US. So for all these kind of indexes, let's say you can see there's a similar movement each other, especially that it will be essentially affecting to the KLCM market indexes. Because um, why? Because every companies existing in the countries, they will do some shipments regarding different of the products here. So let's say if the price dropping here, it will be essentially telling you that currently maybe some of the demand or supply is dropping or increasing. Then it will be also uh, affecting to the shipments, the supply and demand from the KLCM market. So for example, like previously at last 2 years, right, when the tariff launched by Trump, especially the most impact from this tariff tension is from China, because China getting the highest tariff percentage from Trump, right? So you can imagine that this kind of announcement, if tariff is increasing, meaning that they need to pay a lot of, we say, unnecessary costs to US. So in this case, what they will do in China, they cannot lose, they can't, because there's a lot of products that you are want to get it, maybe for productions, maybe for your roaming inside your companies, or maybe some others instrument, maybe some other leaders in your countries, right? You cannot lose this kind of products. Then you will switch the demand to other countries. So that's why all of these kind of decisions will be essentially affecting the market each other. So that's why you can see during this kind of period, like for example, last year during the tariff tensions, you can see the price keeps dropping right from the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and next time, and essentially our KLCI also dropping at here because they are relationship to each other, they are related to each other. So that's why when market is not opening yet, especially for KLCI markets, you can always look at the US indexes first, then you can predict the best movement after that because they always react earlier before the KLCI. So that's why this is one of the good things that you can look at. And when they suddenly slowly to climbing up again, then you can see the price for KLCI also essentially growing. So now you can see there's some dipping seasons from the indexes, right? The US indexes. You can see KLCI now is slowly dropping again as well. This is how they're impacting to each other. So I want to mention that this is one of the interesting fact that you can look at. Okay, so just mentioned earlier for this part, for these two dipping seasons. Right, so for the last past 6 months for the KLCI recap, I just want to show you in a technical way because in the lowest, you can see from lowest here, the lowest resistance actually is 1,600, something like that. So actually, if let's say the KLCI market is not really dropping, drop below than 1,600, then we actually can expect that the price will keep growing up after the season. Especially you can see currently the resistance actually rejected from this zone, which is from 1658 to 1666. So this zone is about the zone that we say it support. Especially this kind of support is home. The price is not even hit this. So this when the price is break, touch this zone, it will be have a strong rebound afterwards. So that's why you can see in a technical way, especially from during the February when they start the war, the US-Iran war, the price actually starts, especially is slowly to dropping here because of the tension here. And then they break over the support zone, then they suddenly, because this is the triangle zone, right? When they break below than the support, they can see it's essentially the price is dropping here. Then another strong dipping season is from here because of what? Because of the the Israel and Iran war after that. So from this kind of thing is like we make it more serious about the war. So after the US Iran and then now because of the Israel Iran war after that, you can see the war actually the price suddenly from dropping from around 1,760 suddenly dropped to 1,658 for example, around 150 ticks. So it will be a huge impact from the market here. So let's say if you really want to trade in the markets, this kind of news that will really help you because when you look at this kind of news, then you can understand should you come in and to buy more in the prices or you want to sell off to get some profit from here first. So in this kind of news, I want to mention that if you really catch up this kind of news in the really front line, then you can always escape from this kind of strong dipping season. Then after that, some traders maybe they think that oh now the price is dropping, right? There is also another opportunity for you to buy back. Because why? Because we all know that in the futures, like the technology, the AI stocks or everything's here, this is the future trend. So let's say when the price is keep dropping, we all know that the price won't collapse. The price will regain again. So that's why this kind of indexes, especially KLCI, which is a top 30 market capitalization in Malaysia, they won't collapse, right? So which means that some traders can take this as an investment strategies. Then you can always keep on in trading in it because when some traders they will buy at dipping and they even buy more shares inside during the price is dropping season because when they buy more shares you can get more share value of it. Then in the futures when the price is growing up, essentially that actually your price value will be more higher in the future, right? So this is why this kind of a news can help you to build on different strategy. But also in CFD, as mentioned, because CFD is the instrument that you can trade for short term. So this kind of will be the news that to show you to run, to sell off first before you're being hit by this kind of dipping season here. Because in Malaysian markets, CFD is unable to do short. Only US market you can do short positions, but in Malaysian market you can't do short positions. So that's why when you want to trade in CFD, one of the strategies is you need to read about the technical analysis. You need to read about the news and how does it you can be able to escape from this kind of strong dipping season, especially in Malaysian market, right? So now we are hitting at here 1,070, 700 something. So now what is the outlook that we can thinking that KLCI will be growing or dropping in the future, then we can slowly explore it after that. Okay, now I want to mention about daily heat map because this one is the latest daily heat map, which is from yesterday. So just for your information, this you can always search from KLSC Screener, and this one can why this one can help you because this always can let you know what kind of products that actually is running well during this season. So especially now because of the US-Iran war, we know that because of Strait of Hormuz is already closed by Iran. So you can see the most impactful during this season for sure is for the product and services, for the goods and products, because of this kind of shipments may affect some of the countries to um, some of the countries they maybe feel lack for this kind of productions. They can't get the products from Iran, right? Then they will seek for another countries to get for more information and sorry to get for more products from other countries. But this is one of the alternative choices that you can actually um, being affected during this kind of blocking seasons. And also one of the stable products that I want to mention is actually is financial services because mostly in financial services in Malaysia, I would say it's one of the good products for you to invest in the long term because for financial services they always produce um, they always doing well in managing their prices, especially now um, when they cut rates or from some of the federal cut rates or what. Actually, all these bank they can bring up some others announcement in order to keep the benefits in Malaysians. So that's why we actually getting more benefits from here, especially nowadays because of the Middle East tension. They can move their funds to other countries. So let's say if the Middle East they now have a conflict with US, right? They will withdraw and they will sell off the USD. They will sell off the USD and targeting for the next countries to invest in. Then why Malaysia can get benefits from here? Because we also one of the Islamic one of the Islamic countries among I mean, not only from Middle East. So that's why those in Middle East they are mostly building in Islamic in Islam, right? So they will also targeting in Malaysia, and then we slowly we can get more investment from their side. So this is also essentially increasing our FDI, foreign investment, foreign direct investment, which is could help our financial services to grow even higher in the future. And yeah, I want to mention about the tariff impacts. I think just now I also mentioned some of it. I want to show you some of the figures, like how chart is showing you that the price is dropping. So like the tariff impacts, because like Supreme Courts, I want to say that Trump actually global tariffs are illegal because you know I would say Trump is a bit like a crazy because he just like based on his preferences, whether he want the blocks or he want to keep on uh, increasing or decreasing the tariffs across the world. But in Malaysia, actually, we are getting benefits from here because at least our tariff is not so high compared to other countries. So this kind of benefits is like we can get some other countries like as mentioned earlier, China. They shift their demands, especially for example, crop palm oil. Crop palm oil is one of the highest productions in Malaysia, right? And then it's one of the substitute products in the vegetable oils. So China during that seasons, because of the cost is too high, they shift the demand to buy some palm oil from Malaysia. So that's why during the season, our palm oil actually the demand, I mean even the futures price in the markets, you can see that actually the price is keep increasing after the palm oil is keep increasing after that. Then I want to mention that this kind of tariff, how does it affect the market? Because this is all the tariff percentage across the countries, especially in Asian nations. So you can see this kind of countries like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, they have the highest tariff here, right? So whenever they have highest tariff, they will shift their demand to other countries. This is how they can gain and how we can get benefits from the countries because we have a maintain with the low tariff and then we have also maintain with the low charges from here for the low percentage from here. So this is how we can manage to get some other shipments from other products here for other countries. So you can see when Trump imposed tariff across the countries here, actually all the markets are facing a huge shock because it is a suddenly movement, like a sudden announcement from Trump. So you can see during the season, like last year at April, the KLCA actually get down, and then the price even dropped around 118 ticks, and then it times with 50 pips. Actually, you have around profit or loss around in 5,900. So it's like only just one lot of the FKL like futures or Carolina Bond Composite Index. Actually, you drop a lot from this year. So let's say maybe we have a technical analysis that we show that oh, currently the price is rebounding, right? Because it's hitting our support zone. But because of this kind of tariff, it even make your price become lower. So let's say if you already hold the long position for last week, then actually this kind of announcement from Trump actually is actually drop the markets even further, even higher. So that's why this kind of news that you need to always be catching up because if you're really affecting to the market, especially if you really look inside in this kind of economic markets like FKLI or KLCM markets. And currently, of course, we are all eyes on the US-Iran war. So like, for example, currently US attacking the Iran. And now Iran actually has no decision yet for joining the peace talks. So it's still under tensions, although they are, I mean, they have a, I mean, they stop at the middle for the war, but we also cannot expect that what will be the next, like, how about next week? Will it another nuclear war or what? Are we also not sure? And we also another missile, we also not sure. So this is how we can always eyes on like how will be going US and Iran. Will they have a twist stop in the future? We don't know. So you can see currently the price is keep giving out or down. But and then also maybe you want to get for more information, maybe you can get some ideas from FBMSC. FBMSC actually is about the FBM small cap because FBM small cap actually is a targeting of smaller companies compared to KLCI because KLCI is the top 30 companies in Malaysia, right? But in the FBM small cap actually is targeting with those, I mean, the specific growing companies in Malaysia. So it will be targeting for the all like what we want to know from the surroundings here because all the small cap all the small cap companies they will slowly they are targeting to become IPO companies. They will slowly to gain more capitalizations in the futures and to grow more in the futures, right? It's a we say that it's the high potential stocks for you to trade in the future. So let's say if you want to look in the markets, this is really can help you because when FBMSC drop, the small cap is dropping. It's meaning that currently the retail losses is losses their confidence in trading within. So currently people want to avoid of these kind of riskier stocks. So that's why they will sell off the shares. So that's why in this period you can see a lot of investor they grab the monies and jump to another investing product. So during this period, you can see the gold is increasing, right? Because some traders they thinking that gold is one of the stable products that you can trade with. So that's why they will grab the money out to invest in another instrument, for example, like gold. So whenever you can see the gold is dropping, right? Now because now if we are slowly attacking with the situation right now, so now we are selling off the gold and buying back with the small cap because we know that it is a future trend. For example, like small cap in Malaysia, some other products, especially what I mentioned is Skychip because Skychip is one of the semiconductors company in Malaysia, and also he is also planning to have an IPO soon. So all these kind of technology stocks can help you to gain some in confidence and to grab more investment from the other countries or even from other investors. So what I want to show you is IBM-SC actually showing you is like the earlier warning indicators for all of you because it is a key insight for you to know that it will be dropped faster than KLCI market. So when you want to trade KLCI markets, you can look at this FBMSC first. At least it can tell you currently what is going on for the products here, for the companies in Malaysia here. So the movement will be more faster and then also making a huge impact in the FKI markets. So under the current US-Iran tension as well, so if you observe that currently the market is very weak and it's keep dropping, meaning that the traders will avoiding the small caps, the liquidity will be pulling up. So for your information, you need to quit the markets currently. But the market is still there. So after that, end up they were still climbing up again. And another strong view I want to mention is about the FOMC because the Federal they will also announce for the interest rate whether they will cut or no in the future. And then it's soon. It's the 28th of April. So Trump actually is pushing up that they want the federal to cut the rates because currently the inflation is too high. But the problem is it able to really cut the rate immediately? For my view, actually, is I don't think so because the inflation is too high, and then the crude oil also is keep climbing up. Actually, all the CPI index is showing that currently everything is too expensive. If you're also increasing, I mean, if you currently cutting the rates, it will mean that currently USD is not saying not don't have the value, but it will be like losing the confidence for those investors to trade with. So when they cut the rates, it will be really essentially talking about currently the USD is not the trusted is I mean the investor will not really trust on investing in USD. So that's why the USD will be dropped even more from this kind of these cases. We say that we will be maybe it will have a collapse in US markets. So now currently the rate actually is at 3.5% to 3.75% for the federal interest rate. And since currently the US-Iran war is ongoing, actually Iran blocked the entire Strait of Hormuz, right? Then in this season, actually CPI index is actually jumped for 0.9% for month over month in March because of the higher gas and also for the crude oil prices. And it's the biggest since 2022. And I want to mention that this CPI, what is CPI? CPI is Consumer Price Index, which means that currently all the products is more expensive than ever. For example, you want to buy the Maggi, maybe now it's just a 2 ringgit, but now already increased to 5 ringgit, for example. We don't know. All the products is suddenly become more expensive than ever. This is what called the Consumer Price Index. So whenever this CPI is increasing, we can essentially know that the inflation will be slowly climbing up because inflation is climbing up, meaning that all the products is more expensive than ever. So that's why currently the inflation is too high. And then, but the good thing is during March jobs report, then we can get some stronger than expected report because the data is showing that the non-farm payrolls is snapping back from 133,000 to 178,000, like increasing during March for the jobs. Meaning that currently more people, I mean more residents in US are having job right now. They are not jobless. So in which that currently it's not the worst case that they should cut the rates immediately because as long as everyone has the job, they are will have the money. What do you say? What is so called is because if they have the income, right? They have the income, they have money to buy something else. So although the price is too expensive, but because we still have jobs, the people will still buy the products. So meaning that the circle will still, I mean, they will still buy the products and will still slowly um like recovering the markets because when this kind of inflation, if they say they didn't cut it, it will be dropping down the buying we say the buying once from the consumers, right? So when they slowly buy lesser the products, actually the price will be slowly become lower for the price here because when the demand is lower, the price will slowly drop down in order to increase people to let people to buy more products from you because they will be more having more production right now. So it's like a circle in the macroeconomics um, view. So currently it's not a must for the federal to cut the rates. So, and also want to mention about is the unemployment rate actually drops for 0.1% and now it's at 4.3% now. So more people are having job. So that's why I think they won't cut the rate. And also with the news supported, I want to mention that so despite the economic risks posed by the Middle East conflict, even JP Morgan Global also have the report showing that the research that the Fed will most likely to remain on hold with the interest rate and will be steadily keep the rates until the rest of 2026 and before hiking of 25 basis points in the third quarter of 2027. So this is what we can expect because the labor market is not really weakening unless the labor market suddenly we can see the jobless claim is increasing or the unemployment rate is increasing, then this will be really come up with another decisions that whether the Fed will cut the rates in the future. So at least now it's not a must. So we can expect that currently the price might be on hold and it's not a chance for you to suddenly buy a lot in the markets, all right? If you're still moving stably currently. All right, let's talk about the MRR currency performance now recently. So maybe you have a questions like you want to understand why Malaysia can get benefits from here, because we all know that during these 2 years, especially after Q3 quarters of last year, our MRR is keep Malaysian ringgit is keep strengthening, especially at the beginning of 2026. And for this slide, I just want to mention for all of you that to show you that actually this figure is showing that USD is keep weakening and our MRR is performing better and having its climb even higher month over month. So you can see, especially during March, during the US-Iran tension, the price is still increasing during this session. You can see here, the price is really strong from the MRR here, right? USD is quickly dropping, and then the MRR is keep increasing to recovering that the price is currently become more attractive to other products, into other countries. Because of why? Because as mentioned, because the Middle East tension, they will really think that currently it's not suitable for them to buy for the MRR because, sorry, USD, because it is a sudden move by Trump. For the Middle East country, they will also think that currently they want to sell off because they want to support with Iran, right? Because they are all in Middle East countries together. Then they will sell off some USD and to invest in other instruments. So our Malaysia, as mentioned earlier, we are another Islam countries. So this is one of the target that for those investors, they actually can invest more money inside to our Malaysia. So that's why our MRI is keep strengthening and we can get more foreign direct investment, which is the FDI from the other countries, and we're slowly getting the benefits here. So you can see it's keep climbing up here. So as mentioned just now, because of the foreign demand actually lift the Malaysia bond. So that's why the price is essentially slowly climbing up over the years. And then later I will also uh, explain to you one by one how does it, because of the global risks and why interest rate is affecting the money flows into the Malaysia. So just to show you some of the figure here, because of the FDI here during these tensions, actually during not only tariff tensions, because during tariff tension is 2025 here, right? The price is keep increasing here. Then even after 2026, the price is still even climbing higher. So you can see actually it's after tariff, we're getting more FDI, more foreign investment from other countries. So that's why this is one of the big move before we know that the M1 is strengthening. The M1 actually is really performing since April of 2025. So this is the one of the chart to show you that recently the different RHS, because you maybe have questions what is this called, because I just want to show you because this is showing that currently Malaysia is at here. We are slowly climbing up with the latest step because the differences between here, you get some benefits from the tariff tensions here. And then for the bond yields, then I want to show you because the inverse relationship between the bond price and yield. Because currently we have a line with higher US Treasury yield. Because of what? Because as mentioned earlier, when the uncertainty is rising, maybe some of the traders they think that the gold will be increasing, right? Because they say the market is uncertainty, then we can invest in gold. But what is the outcome? The outcome is when the price of the gold hit to the strike price at around 5,600, and then actually the price is actually dropping up and then now dropping down to around 6,070, 6,700, something like that. So if I'm not mistaken, it's during these kind of prices. Then a lot of traders actually they will say that they are keeping in the trap inside the gold market. They think the market is keep going up, but especially the price is already hit strike price. Then actually the price is keep dropping down. Then what kind of the movement that you can targeting and look at for the next part? Okay, sorry. Okay, cerebral flu from myself. Okay, so I want to continue from here is let's say the price keep dropping. Then what kind of target that you can look at in other perspective is for the bonds, because bonds are considered more safer investment instruments to if you compare to gold, because gold is really volatile, right? But the investor currently is more worried on where should I put the money with, right? Then they'll tend to shift the funds from equities to bonds. So you can see for the FKI recently, they dropped a lot. For the FKI, they recently dropped a lot because they want to lift the investor. They want to lift up the price, the funds. They don't have the, I mean, they don't have the confidence on this kind of stocks whether they will keep climbing up or not. So they will temporarily to withdraw out the fund first, then to invest in another instrument. So this is why bond is one of the products they are looking at. So that's why whenever the FKLI, the CKLCI, Kuala Lumpur Commercial Index is keep dropping, but why MRI keep increasing? This is the reason. They are changing the instrument to bond yield. So investor buy bonds, the bond prices will be going up, then the bond yields will be going down. So this is one of the interest rates. You can see it's dropping down after that. All the prices here, you can see here. So this say that this kind of shift is telling you that the market is moving to a risk-off mode. So it's likely telling you that the risk is lowering down when the traders are buying on the bond. So when the global funds is moved into the bonds, less money will be flowing into equities, and it will be emerging markets into the Malaysia. Like it will be um, benefits to our emerging markets, like for example, like in Malaysia lah. So this is why we can get benefits from this kind of tensions here. And then the foreign funds also can reduce the exposures for the large capitals, like for example, KLCI get sold immediately from the market here. So this is one of the way that we can keep that currently the price is keep going on the right track in Malaysian markets. All right, so another one things I want to mention is about the BNM, which is the Bank Negara Malaysia. Because Bank Negara Malaysia last month actually they mentioned that they want to keep the OPR, which is the overnight policy rate at 2.75%. So what does it mean? Because OPR is actually one of the interest rate to it's the interest rate set by the Bank Negara and to determine how expensive it is to borrow money into the economy. So this actually is a decision just like how the federal announced the interest rate lah, that whether they want to cut rate or not. So when they keep this kind of 2.75%, which means that currently we will still working on with the inflation rate right now. So although the price keep increasing, right? The price is, I mean, the oil prices is keep increasing, but because of our job is still ongoing, we want to control the inflation. So that's why we keep on with the OPR here. So why OPR is really important? Want to know about this because this will affect the loan rates. So let's say if we, for example, just for example, illustrations, let's say if they cut the rates for OPR, they're dropping it, meaning that the interest rate they need to pay back to the bank actually is lower. So sometimes they say cut rate is helping up the companies, right? Actually is, I would say it's not completely wrong because for those companies, let's say they want to grow their companies, right, they will really borrow more money from the banks during this season because for themselves, they will think that currently it's more cheaper for them to buy it. So they will borrow more borrow more funds from the bank and also will be grow even faster for their companies. So it will be help them to, I mean, benefits for those companies to grow their own market capitalizations. So this one is things that I will mention here for BNM decisions. So just now as mentioned, when they keep the overnight policies, so which means that currently the order is this, we will believe that the inflation is still under control and the economy is still stable. So okay, sorry. Just now I think you all can see my screen actually because I think someone is reflecting that currently the price. I'm sorry, the screen is not working. Okay, so if okay, then I will just continue with it. Okay, so when currently they keep the OPR here at 2.75%, what does it mean? It's meaning that currently the authorities believe that the inflation is still under control and the economy is still stable in Malaysian market. And then believe it's actually is the true things. And the BNM actually aims to maintain the currency attractiveness to prevent the capital outflows. So let's say if let's say they cut the rates immediately, it will be lowering down the attractiveness of the currency in the MRR. So currently, if when MRR is really strengthening, right, it's actually not suitable to really to make a sudden decision to cut the rates now, because we want to maintain that all the we want to maintain all the foreigners, they will still invest in our Malaysia, because now is the chance, as I mentioned earlier, because now is the chance that Middle East conflict, right? We can attract even more Islamic investment from the other countries. So that's why some traders, I would say, later I will talk about the Anwar some statements. So maybe some of you maybe think that, oh, why Anwar is suddenly like sound out like mentioning, oh, they want to support Iran. They want to say, oh, why Trump is wrong. Actually, the way that he's doing is not the wrong thing, because he is trying to attract more foreign investment, especially for those Middle East country. They will be really, we're not sure, but at least this will be gaining the opportunities that they will invest more funds in Malaysia. And also, we said it's also one of the strategies that we can gain our MRR, and also slowly strengthening throughout the years. So it is a good thing that they are doing this kind of decisions here. So we don't just look at the surface that what they are doing this kind of statement, but when we try to think it in deeply, actually this is a good thing for them to, and we can understand why he want to make this kind of statements to like to publicly announce that he want to support with Iran, right? So just one, just this is just now I mentioned just now is like the fun fact that Anwar actually is um, providing the support to the credible efforts for peace in Middle East. So it's a good thing to that for us to attract more investment for foreign, right? So this is just a storytelling about the world and how the US market is really affecting to the Malaysian markets, and how this kind of war is affecting the Malaysia market because of this is related to Islamic Middle East countries. So it will really affecting a lot in Malaysian market, although it seems like, oh, we are really too far away from the war, but actually it's really affecting to our real life. So you don't think that currently it's just a lucky matters that currently the MRI is strengthening. Actually, it is all the efforts that's claiming by our prime minister. So we still need to shout out with some credit for our prime minister, and then really giving he really giving some helps to grow our Malaysia ringgit for our MRR here. So now I want to share some instrument as mentioned just now. Since we are having the promotion for CFD, right? I just want to mention there's actually two types of traders before you want to trade with before I want to move into CFD instruments, because maybe you don't know much CFD instrument. And then I want to mention that what types are you for the traders here, and then you can able to understand whether this kind of instrument is suitable for you or not. So I believe there is two types in traders. One is for long-term investor, is who is aiming for dividend investing. Another is short-term traders, which is aiming for capital gain only. So for those long-term, I mean the dividend for the long-term traders, they will always average for those dividends payout. Or for short-term traders, they will not really look at the dividends. They will look at the potential growing stocks. So that's why I mentioned about the FEM SC just now, which is the small cap in Malaysian markets. Because let's say if you want to trade in Malaysian market, this kind of small cap stock is one of the view that you can look at, and then in order to trade more in the futures. So this is how you can get the benefit from the small cap companies here. And also, for those long-term traders, they will want to get the steady income, meaning that they want to get the stable dividends from the company itself. So that's why for those traders, they really aim for higher dividends. Like for example, those bank, for example, like Maybank, right? Because Maybank, I believe you all know that like last year, he increased a lot, not increased a lot lah, it's around 1 or 2% for their dividend payout. So during this period, actually a lot of traders, they, because of these dividend decisions, that they actually buy more Maybank shares at this period, because they want to gain more dividends from the Maybank. So this is how the long-term the investor, what they are thinking from here, because they want to get benefits from this kind of dividends payout. Or for short-term traders, they will aim for the lower price of the stocks and sell for higher price, because they aiming for the price movement. It's not for dividends only. And for long-term investor, they actually does not care about the market movement. They will just only targeting and also investing in the market, maybe month by month, or maybe some certain amount. They will just keep it there until their entire life, just to get the dividends paid out here. But for short-term traders, they will always monitor the market and view and you'll really sell the shares when the price is really high, hit spike. So for this kind of CFD instrument, just want to mention that actually this is very suitable for those short-term traders, because as mentioned earlier, let's say if you trade for long term, you will have one charges is called finance charges, and this kind of charges will be around 5.5% currently. So to avoid this kind of charges, this I would say that CFD actually is really targeted for those short-term traders that you want to aim for the potential growth of the products. Then you can go for this CFD instrument. But I'm not saying that long term you can't make money from here, because although CFD is charging financial charges, right? But you can aim for the higher dividends here, because CFD, you will still get the adjusted dividends from the company. So at this period, let's say if you aim for financial products like, no, sorry, financial stocks like Maybank or CMB or Public Bank, they grow up. They grow a lot during these 2 years. So although you are holding overnight, but you still can gain more profit from here because of the rising trend right now. Because MRI is strengthening, of course, our financial services is keep increasing. This is how they are impacting to each other, and then how you can really get some benefits from here. So if you, let's say, if you want to aim for long term, I would say it is the best for you to trade in the financial stocks, especially in CF, this kind of volatile markets. You want to keep for safest the products, right? Then you trade for the bank. So maybe you have a question, what is CFD? So actually CFD is a derivative products. Then you can imagine this is just like a combination of what you trading stocks in leverage way. But the stocks currently is in derivative products, which means that now currently you are not the shareholder of the stocks. You are trading the stock in the paper only. So, but the good thing is you still get the adjusted dividends, although you are not the shareholder. Just you don't have the voting rights. And then the good thing of CFD is you can trade in both movement, like both rise and drop market. But this kind of this movement is only available for US market. If you want to trade in the Malaysian markets, you only available for trade for long position only. And then this is not the underlying asset as mentioned earlier. It is just a paper that you can just trade for it, and you are not the shareholder. And we are trading by over the counter, which means that currently this kind of instrument is not undergoing for any other exchange. So there is no clearing fee, and there is no Bursa trading fee, right? And then this is the contractual agreement between one and another one. So, and also you can also set the difference between the opening and closing price here. So maybe you have questions like how to leverage, right? Because in CFD, if you base on the percentage. So in CFD, we can get lowest 10% of margin requirement to trade of stock CFD. So let's say, for example, currently Maybank shares, right? Maybank shares currently, we sell it currently maybe is 11 ringgit. Sorry, I just want to make the prices is to be easier to calculate. Now, so the example now is, let's say if you buy 100 units of Maybank shares CFD at 10 ringgit, for example, now the Maybank shares is at 10 ringgit. You buy 100 units, and then the traded share value will be 10 ringgit. Oh, sorry, this is the typo. This is 10 ringgit. And then for CFD prices that you are trading with, actually is 1 ringgit only, because now Maybank share CFD is trading at 10% leverage margin. So in the margin, you just only trade with 1 ringgit, although the price now is 10 ringgit. So when you buy for 100 units, right, the total initial capital you need to pay in the stock price initial capital, you need to use 100 units to multiply with 11. Then you need to pay 1,000. Sorry, not 11. It's 10 ringgit. So you need to use 10 ringgit to multiply 100 units, then you get 1,000 ringgit you need to pay in order to become their shareholder and to buy the share, right? But in CFD, you only use 1 ringgit as for your traded share value. To multiply 100 units, right? You only need 100, then you can start trading with this share value. So meaning that you are both trading with the same 10 ringgit traded value of the shares, right? And the same 100 units, but the cost is essentially lower in CFD prices here. When you trade in CFD, it will be lower cost. So let's say you only have budget of 1,000, right? You only, when you trade in stock markets, you actually don't have remaining balance to make some other products to trade. But in CFD prices, you still have 900 to trade with other products to build your stock portfolio. So that's why CFD is really one of the good things for you to diversify your portfolio. You can trade for different products here. Now, this is the power of leveraging in CFD markets. And also, as mentioned earlier, you can do the bidirectional trading. So just for example, because it's not suitable for Bursa CFD, but it's actually suitable for the US market. So let's say Tesla, right? Tesla is one of the most volatile market that we all know that, right? So let's say Tesla currently is dropping, right? Then it's another short selling opportunity for you to trade with it. So let's say currently, we see there's an opportunity for you to short selling. In Tesla share, in the US shares, you can also put your stop positions here. For a short position here, then you can earn the profit from the dropping season here. So when the price is coming out again, then you can also buy for another opportunity to gain some profit from there. So which means that no matter how, you can earn from both ways. This is one of the good things of CFD products that you can get benefits from it. Then you can hedge against for your portfolio. So now, for example, you are having Tesla shares in your stock portfolio. So now, why some stock traders they will open for the CFD for their account? Because maybe they are holding, because as mentioned in stock market you only can hold for long position, right? But in the CFD you can do short positions. So that's why some traders will take an opportunity when the price is dropping. So when you hold in the stock prices here, the stock price is keep dropping, maybe you will feel like painful you feel a heart painful because that the price is dropping, right? You are losing money in the stock portfolio. But some traders they will use some of the money, they will trade in Tesla share, they will do a short position here. So they want to gain the benefits from here, they gain the profit from here to cover the losses in the stock markets. So that's why this is the opportunity for you to offset your losses or minimize your losses from stock portfolio or even double up. Because when long position, right, you can do long position and earn another extra money from here. So this is how you can use CFD as for your other instruments and other products to maximize your profit, minimize your losses, right? So this is how you can get profit from here. So you can see this is one of the opportunity for you to trade. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, currently our board rate actually is 0.5% for both Bursa and USDFB. So currently our rate is actually at 0.35%. So actually we are having the promotion rate right now for you to trade with our products in CFD. And then the financial charges actually is 7% for Malaysia share. And then now we actually are trading with 5.5% of the share value. So which means that now the finance charge is even lower. And for example, your USDFB, if you still keep at 8%. So how we calculate for the prices here, I just want to mention about this is, I think I would not talking about this more like one by one because of the contract value. We all know that there's 10% value, right? The cost is essentially lower. But the cost, how you can really calculate from it, because like commissions is a 3.35%, right? But in the stock market, it's 2.1% for the board rate here. So in stock market, we have also the stamp duty and carrying fee, but in CFD, we don't have it. So when you calculate for this kind of products here, and then but this is another charges that you want to look at is the finance charges here. So finance charges is 5.5%. So let's say if like 20 days, right? So you sell at 20 days later, so you will need to multiply with 20, divide by 365, because this one is the 20 days you are holding for it. So this is the percentage you need to multiply with it. So this is the financial charges that actually you're charging from yourself lah. So which means that currently you may think that is a lot, but actually if you calculate it, it's actually is lesser the amount lah. So after you calculate all the profit here, you can see the net gain and the loss here. Actually, you can see like CFD is lower, right? The profit because of 892 and 885, but actually the outcome of return actually is really high, because you need to when you divide with the initial cost, the 892 profit, right? You divide by 1,100, actually from here you only gain for 81% here for your profit here. But in the CFD, you earn for 800 and 885, right? So for the profit here, but your initial cost is only 110. You can see here the difference, right? 110. So when you divide 110, you actually increase around, 10 times from the stock markets. But that's why we can see this kind of is the leverage power that you can maximize the profit from here. Because of this kind of leverage, you can earn even more from the markets. And then you only need to use 100, then you earn 800 from here. So this is the power of CFD. I want to mention to you. But of course, whenever they have the higher profit from here, it will be also have the potential for you to have a more losses from here. Let's say if the market will lead against you. So want to mention to you is also one of the things that to mention that I'm not trying to convince you to must trade with CFD, but you must know the risk that whenever you can get higher profit opportunity, of course it will be higher opportunity for you to lose some money here. So you need to know that there is no such thing if you can earn a lot with lesser losses. It is impossible. So if you want to take the risk of this kind of instrument to gain more profit from here, you must also understand that this will be really volatile for your markets, for your stock portfolio as well, right? So next is the comparison between the CFD and stocks. So CFD, as mentioned earlier, there is no ownership of the shares, so that's why you are not really need to get for some the voting rights here because you don't have the ownership of the shares. You are just only trade with the contractual agreements, like a paper trading only. But for stocks, you are really one of the shareholders of the companies. So that's why you will get the full dividend from here. But in CFD, you will get the adjusted amount. And then CFD, you have the margin required, and then minimum is 10%. So as mentioned earlier, but for stock, it's with full contract value. You need to pay a lot. And then for CFD, you can allow for the bidirectional trading. This is applicable for US market only. And then for stocks, it is unable to do the bidirectional trading. And then there's no stamp duty and carrying fee for CFD, but stock, yes, we have. And for overnight financing, just now when I mentioned the finance charges, CFD will have this kind of finance charges, but for stock, they don't have. Okay, so this is the main comparison between the CFD and stocks. All right. So, okay, sorry. I think I will just skip off this kind of pages because I think we already a bit exceed the time is here. But I just want to share a lot of story to all of you. So that's why it drag a bit of the session. But just want to let you know that in CFD volatility market, what you should really look at is not like only the news. You really need to understand about company stocks, like how you trade with stock market. You need to understand currently whether the company is really working well, then only you can place order for it. Especially in Malaysian market, you only can do for one position, right? So for this kind of cases, you need to really study well of the products, especially for those short-term traders. When you want to trade for those small cap company, you must always be careful and also be aware that currently is it the trend for you to enter the market right now, right? So this is how you can take an opportunity in the short term and gain more profit from here. Well, for macroeconomic, you need to all know about the GDP growth in the Malaysian market or in US markets, and also the interest rate. Like for example, the Fed, what is the announcement? And then for example, now currently the OPR in Malaysia is keeping at 2.75%. So you can see that currently we're not having a big gain from all the sectors unless you can see some other big movements. Like for example, although you might mention to me that for example those products um like Petronas Chemical, right? Because Petronas Chemical, we can also predict that it's increasing because we all know that currently because of Strait of Hormuz, the price of crude oil everything is increasing. So this one is what we can know that from the fundamentals that the price is increasing. And then also the inflation and employment data that you can know that, then you can understand whether it will be affecting the markets, whether it will be increase or dropping, just like how you analyze in the stock market. And the sector industrial trends currently, we all know that EV adoptions and one of the interesting is like in US, we know that SpaceX is planning to have an IPO for this year. So a lot of things that we can look at for this year, and also for those technology products like uh, semiconductor sectors or everything's here that to build for AI regulations, everything's related to the technology. Actually, we can predict that the market will be slowly going up lah. Although the price might be spike, like be dropping during this kind of season because of the war, but actually essentially after that it will be keep increasing in the future. So for oil, although we are mentioning that the chemical oil is keep increasing, right? The Petronas chemical, but will it last long? Actually, I don't think this will be really last long lah. So let's say if you really want to trade for it, you can catch the short-term trend for this kind of trend currently because of increasing prices. But after this kind of tensions is over, the price will be dropped again. Especially now EV is getting more and more. Do you think that oil is the necessary do you think that the oil still the necessary products for you to keep operating for business or what? I think it's not really lah, because currently not only our US and some other countries, they also trying to use vegetable oils to replace of this kind of energy oils. So that's why for the oil sectors, I would not say they don't have opportunity, but I would say they have the limit, right? The next part is about the market sentiment and flow. So you need to know when is the earnings season and when is the investor they will slowly they will get up for the prices here. So as mentioned earlier, when you see currently the MRR strengthening, right? Why FKLI is still, I mean the KLCI is keep dropping in the season here, because during this kind of war, when the investor don't know where to trade, right, they will get up, they will cash out for their I mean for their monies, because they don't know where to trade. Even they don't trade in the gold, so they will trade in the bond. So that's why when this kind of seasons, that you need to know that currently is the best way for you to run away. So these kind of things you need to analyze before when you trade in CFD, especially this is very volatile in CFD markets. And also you need to understand well what is the CFD products, what is the rules, what is the leverage impact, how you can trade, how you can get most benefits from here, and then how to calculate for these financing costs, and then how does it really affect into you, whether you can really earn a lot from here, right? Okay, so now last but not least, I want to share with you with some topics for your consideration. All right, I know now it's 9:40, so thank you. Let's say if you really listen until now, I want to share with you some topics. So the first topic that I want to mention is for CIMB Bank. So maybe you have a questions like, because we all know that Maybank, Public Bank, they all working well, right? Why you still choosing CME as your first choice? First of all, you can see during I think last month, last few weeks, you can see that Maybank stock actually have hit the spike already, and the price is dropping again. I'm not saying that Maybank they don't have potential to keep going up, but at least now they hit the highest, I mean the previous high. Now is the chance. I mean now is slowly. If they want to gain back the prices, it's not so easy lah. Just like for example the gold market, they already hit the spike, right? They are really hard to gain back to this kind of high level of the price movement here as well. As we let's say if we look at the chart, but in CIMB we still can look at the potential increased movement. Especially one of the good thing is now they are offering dividends payout is around 6.4%. It's even higher than Maybank. So compared to all these kind of bank sector, currently I would suggest for short-term trading is CIMB Bank for your choice. If let's say if you really want to trade in CFD or what, this is one of the target 6.04%. And for stocks as well, you can also trade with CIMB Bank because they have the highest stocks, I mean percentage for you to pay out. So why not, this is a good thing for you, right? To get more dividends from the bank sector as well, to get benefit from both long-term or short-term investor. So during the news that you can see that the news actually from the Edge is showing that at 4Q with the quarter four, the net profit for CIMB actually increased by 6.6%. So you can see here from the data that you can find from KL. This one is actually the website for stock analysis. Then you can actually get the information here is like you can see the market cap growth from last year until today. Until today, you can see they are actually increasing even more to 12% right now compared to the past. So whenever they get a lot of profit from here, of course they will grow their market capitalizations. When they grow their capitalizations here of the market for the prices, then we can know that currently is the potential for them to climbing up again. So that's why you can see the prices keep increasing for this day. And then now, this is it's really interesting part is like currently the previous high, the highest is actually at at 9 ringgit here is 8.95. 8 ringgit 95 cents. Now is the previous high for the price here. So currently the price you can see that we can predict from the chart here the previous low is at 7 ringgit and 13 cent. So which means that actually if let's say this 7 this I mean sorry, you can see that currently the candlestick is keep dropping, right? I mean I want to show about the candlestick first before I keep going. So you can see although there's a red candlestick showing that it's dropping, but this is actually the signal is telling you that they are retesting for this zone because of 38.2% from this Fibonacci actually is one of the key zone in Fibonacci. So let's say if they really can break over for this, you can just imagine this is the resistance. So let's say if they really break over the 38.2%, they can essentially grow to highest at 8 ringgit here at this range. So this is the key zone that we can predict whether they will break over for the season. So that's why we can predict as long as the prices it is hold at 7 ringgit and 30 cents. If they are not break below than these prices, the price of CIMB will keep going up. So it will have a further bullish momentum. Let's say if they break over for this 7.83 7.83 here, right? So the entry price actually is from 7 ringgit and 30 cents to 7 ringgit to 50, and then we target price will be at 8 ringgit and 26 cents. So we can target actually the price will be going up at least to this price. We say at least because we know that if the highest potential, of course, it will fight the previous high at 8 ringgit here. But now we target with the smaller prices, it will be at 8 ringgit as for your current target prices here. And the stop loss will be at 7 ringgit to this end here. So it's a previous low here. And then why I was selecting for this as for your prices, because you can see there's the multiple price is like dropping back again. So like for example, this they want to break over here for this one like the range line I want to mention here. They want to have they have a multiple attempted for this line. So this is will be the stronger line for you to have a support here. That's why we can say that we can predict, let's say if they break over this, they can climb even higher. So same goes to here. You can see the candlestick from here from 7 ringgit and 30 cents here. This is one of the multiple attempts from the prices here. So we can predict this is the nearest support. But then this is the lowest low from the past is 7 ringgit and 30 cents. So that's why when they break below than that, you can only predict the market is going down. So that's why I can like shout out that the price for here for the entry price, ticket price for me here for CIMB Bank. So this is one of the first stop pick that you can choose from here. And then now we will go to the next topic. We will be at the Sunway, because I think a lot of you already know that recently how good they are, because um, they recently, because of the Sunway Healthcare, right? Sunway Healthcare is one of the very strongest Malaysia IPO in the history, because like for example like this year it surged around 35%. It actually is increased a lot. It's a very great movement for Sunway Healthcare, and is this also like essentially also growth the Sunway Berhad shares is increasing here, because if you let's say Sunway, they have a lot of small like sub companies, right? So let's say if you trade in Sunway Construction, right, Sunway Healthcare, maybe you don't have the directions whether which will drop or which will increase. Then why don't you just trade Sunway Berhad instead? Because Sunway Berhad is the combination, is the big group combined with all the entities stock with the companies here. So let's say if you trade with Sunway Berhad, actually, especially this will be the safer products for you to trade with it. So that's why I'm targeting to let you know about the Sunway Berhad, and then what is the performance that they are currently doing it. It's like for example the cash flow. The cash flow we can see there's a significant increase from the last 2 years, from 4,000 like roughly 5,000 here for the cash flow. Actually, it's increased to 7,000 here. So you can see they increased a lot during 1 year, because they have the planning to make more constructions in the future. And then during in this, can see that they have the long-term investment. They're also increasing this because of their projects. So they really they are really targeting for getting more assets and also more property and long-term investment in the future to make more construction in the future. So that's why in Malaysia they are keep having more and more projects to build up more. To gain more products here, and also they successfully to make an IPO for Sunway Healthcare. So it's another successful movement for them to grow their business. And then also one of the good thing is Sunway Construction recently, they just recently, only just a few days ago, like last week, Sunway Construction actually win the 1.75 million of data center drop in Serendah. So why this matter? Because this kind of data center drop is, we said that is in the future, is the future. Because of this data center drop is telling you that currently we are building more and more databases, and then it will be more and more technology that we can build up for this, especially in Malaysia. So technology is the trend, right? And whenever they targeting and they get more for this data center drop, then we can targeting that currently. It will be one of the good movement in the future. So let's say if you don't have any technical products, the technology products that you are aiming for in Malaysia, right? Then you can aim for Sunway Berhad. At least you can know that currently it will be supported by the technology stocks in Malaysia. So then technology stock is increasing. Of course, Sunway Berhad, now we can say that Sunway Construction will be also affected, and it will be essentially go up the Sunway prices here. So this is one of the good things for you to trade with it, and then it will be like offering more hyperscale for cloud computing services from here, and then it will be more attractive for more foreign products to, for foreign companies to invest in our countries. All right, so you can see previously they have a gap downs from the prices here because of the war tensions, right? Because of the Sunway Construction drop a lot of this price. So that's why you can see Sunway Berhad it's essentially drop a lot during this period, especially at March, right? So you can see there's a gap down from this season because of the war tension. But after that, when we say that currently the price is going up again, right? Because now we can slowly adapt it and get more foreign investment from the countries, for all the foreign countries. So now we can targeting that the price at least they will hit up the gap. I mean, they will at least fill up the gap here. Because the gap is really important for you to look at the technical analysis, because there is no candlestick can be run like gap up or gap down. So whenever the price is dropping or suddenly gap out or gap down, the price must be filled back to the prices here. So this will be the key zone. And then now currently the price is hitting another key zone. So one of the answers to you for Fibonacci, you need to look at two zone, which is at 0.82, 0.8.2. Another one is 78.6 here. So let's say if they really can break over this 61.8%, the prices here, it can essentially grow to the highest at this range. So that's why we can see that this is the really, really important range that you can look at in the zone now. And then, yep, so this one you can see, and now the price is also like retesting here. So you can see there's a several candlestick right now here, right? So they're retesting at the 61.8% here, which is 8.4 ringgit here. So once we can predict when the prices break over for this 5 ringgit and 40 cents, it will be essentially go to fill up the gap, at least fill up the gap. This will be really confidence about these prices lah. So the entry price will be start our market price right now, because I would say that we already lost the one entry point because of the announcement of the data center drop that brings by Summit Construction. We already lost the entry price. So that's why I say currently is your best chance for you to entry. Let's say if you want to trade with the Summit Berhad, now you can trade with the market price, or even when the price dropping to 1.5 or 5 ringgit 10 cent or 5 ringgit 30 cents within this range, you get the prices here. Then target price will be at least 5.5. 5.5 actually is the gap, is the lowest gap here, and then the highest will be 5.65. But let's say if you really the risk taker, of course you can target for 6 ringgit here, around 5.96. Okay, so the stop loss is about the previous lowest, is at 4 ringgit and 50 cents. So as long as the price is home, the price we can predict the price will be still going up here to the prices to at least fill out the gap here lah. So this is the target price for Summit Berhad. Okay, now I want to talk about the MISC products. So I think I want to show up from this because I forgot to put the sorry. Never mind. I think I forgot to put the animation, but never mind. For the MISC stocks, I want to mention that this is about the shipment products. I mean the shipments company in Malaysia. Maybe you are curious why I choose this as for a topic, because the price is dropping, right? Because the Strait of Hormuz is closed. But please listen to my explanation first. Okay. So before I show the prices, because it's actually blocking, I want to show you this is because currently the operating cash flow for MISC actually currently is working well, because from the last 2 years you can see that from negative of the cash flow of the movement here, they increased to 32%. So you can see now they really have a healthy cash flow currently, and they earn a lot of profit from here. And currently the MISC actually, like this year, they're expected to have gain benefit from the FPS or upside. So which means that currently they still targeting they can get more shipment in the futures, because for what? Because although they have a tariff tensions, we also have blocking, the block from the Strait of Hormuz, but Iran still allowed Malaysia can be one of the countries to make the shipments over here. So we still can get some we get some they allow us to make more shipments here. And then of course, because of the tariff in Malaysia is not so high yet. So for all those foreign countries, they will really slowly look at Malaysia products, Malaysia markets, like what we can bring that the benefits here. So that's why it is one of the targets that they are looking at Malaysia, they can get benefits from us. So at least currently we can get more and more and more export to other countries, and to earn more money in Malaysian market. So that's why it is a good thing for MISC shares. Then we can see and expect the market will be going up. Okay, so I think I remove this first. It's blocking the data, because currently I want to mention is about this because The P/E ratio currently, the dividend is 4.72%, and then the dividend is not low as well. I want to show you it's 4.72%, right? So now working on to the chart here, I want to show you because currently you can see the prices keep increasing over the years from last year until today's, and then the highest actually recently he hit the 9 ringgit. Of course, the previous highest is at 9 ringgit and 37. And then currently the price is break over the triangle, so that's why you can see the price is dropping. But of course, this is not the opportunity for you to trade now, because now they are dropping and break below than the 61.8%. So currently the price we can heating up, and then we can understand that the price might be hit to 38.2% here for the Fibonacci. That's also the support here. So whenever they hit below than this kind of prices here, then we can only expect the price will be rebound. So since we can get more FDI, right, we get more investment fund from the Islam country, from the Middle East country. We can also get more productions. I mean, get more export to other countries with the products here. So when the Strait of Hormuz is not opening yet, the price will be still dropping at the middle. And then if I think for me lah, for my view, the expectation is the price will be dropped below to this 38.2% and then only rebound back. So whenever you want to mention about these prices, I want to mention is you can imagine that the price and the entry price at 7.78 ringgit here, right? So this is the only way you can targeting for the zone here, and then we can expect the price will be hit to at least the previous high. So when the price is break below the 61.8%, I will mention now is the downtrend for the trend right now, but Bursa shares is unable for you to trade for short position as mentioned, right? So now you are looking for the long positions, then you can look at this market and kill your price at the lower price. So we can see that the entry price will be at within 7.78 to 7.9. So this will be your target entry zone from here. Then let's say the price is really low, it will hit and here, it will be have it will be sustain, it will be have a obvious rebound after that lah. The target price will be at least 8.82 or highest at 9.02, 9.04. This will be the highest DP for you to look at. And then the stop loss will be at 6.8 ringgit. As long as the price is still hold at this price, then we can expect the market is still have potential to grow for the bullish momentum. All right. So maybe you sounds crazy that why I still choosing for these stocks, but this is the opportunity for you to have a look, and let's see whether they will have rebound in the futures or not. All right. Okay, so now I want to mention about another thing is another IPO for MSC Port. IPO for MSC Port is also one of the core products that we can targeting that the price will be increasing after that, because the port is related to the market that we can gain more exportations in the futures. So this is one of the target that we can look at. Okay, so I think I drank a lot of times, and then I will skip the Q&A, and also let's say if you are really interested, I want to help out to all of you because of the promotion campaign. That let's say you're really interested to trade with CFD products, please you can scan for this QR and get for more information. And don't forget to contact to our respecting branches or call into our HQ. We are happy to assist you all the way. Let's say if you really want to get for more information regarding this promotion campaign. And last but not least, you can screenshot and then to follow all of these instruments like all of the social media to get for our contact numbers here. And also this is our Telegram channel. So let's say if you really want to get for more information, you can also join for Telegram channels here. So let's wait for another 3 seconds for you to take a screenshot. All right. So this official Philip Capital Telegram channels, we will update all the latest products. All the latest market movements and then the news inside the group, so you can get more information inside. And also my branch actually is based in Kota Damansara. So let's say if you really want to get some information, you can feel free to walk into Kota Damansara and seek for me, and then I will happily to assist you. Let's say if you have any questions on this. Sorry, because of this webinar only have 1 hour and I dragged it to 1 hour and a half. The storytelling will be a lot. So let's say if you're really interested, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to assist you to make a discussion with you as well. So this is the branch's contact number to all of the branches. So you may take a screenshot for your information. So let's say if you really want to contact us, please call into these respective numbers. Then all the branches will be assist you immediately. Okay, so yep. Last but not least, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for joining these sessions, and hopefully you all enjoyed for these sessions and really understand a lot during what I shared just now. So let's say if you really have more questions or more further questions that you want to ask, just feel free to contact us. and then we will happily to assist you. Okay, so thank you for joining, and then don't forget for the stopping. Let's look at the MIC. All right, so thank you and good night, everyone.